What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. What I love about real estate is that you can really get involved with this at any age or with any, stage of your career. A couple days ago, we walked a property with two 19-year-olds flipping a $600,000 house, and today we're going to walk a property with Tom, who's in his early 50s, and this is his first flip. He's always wanted to get into flipping houses, and now was the right opportunity. The right deal came across to him. So I wanted to do a little bit of different content type. I wanted to just walk and talk with the contractor who's going to be doing all the work for Tom. One thing that I learned when I got into real estate in the early days was just to soak up as much information as possible. So tagging along with contractors and other investors and just picking up little things here and there was so valuable to me and allowed me to implement it when I started flipping, right? So in this video, you're going to hear everything from talking about asbestos to talking about siding to trees to, clearing, overgrown yards. So a whole different tons of, topics that you can pick up as we walk and talk with him here. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Hard Money Joe. I've been in real estate full-time since 2017. Mostly now we just lend our capital to other investors, but I've done it all from flipping and wholesaling. And this channel is just to provide as much free content as possible. And I really think this is such a great tool that you guys can just go along for the journey as we walk and talk with all these contractors. So yeah, guys, if you like this type of content, we can drop a ton of this as we walk different houses with different types of investors who are at different stage of their investing career. So please drop a comment, and I really hope you enjoy being along for this journey as we discuss this flip on Tom's house.
So you want to walk around the outside stuff first in case we get some rain, then we'll go inside? Cool.
Good.
Let's do it. So
obviously that's the property line, that fence right there, right?
Yeah, property line to fence on this side, which
fence
same
to
thing.
Fence, right?
Yeah, fence to fence.
They put markers when they do the survey to help to give you your boundary lines.
Yeah, by seeing the little pink flag that's on there. No, this one's got a water well.
That's well, I know.
Yeah, for the water well.
For sewer. I can't remember if it's on city sewer.
Yeah, I think this one isn't. That it has a septic, so we need to take a look at that because that was I knew it was in there. That's the first time I've had that one open. Yeah, that's the well house.
This is on city sewer. It's got a septic. I can't remember.
We'll walk around and look at that. So some of it on
slab or any of it on slab? Look, there's the garages, but the
roof was put on in November of last year.
I got the WPI from you, so I need to get that over to the city. Yep. They're doing permits for some of the work that we're doing right now to make sure they stay off our back on this one. So yeah, I've already reached out and got the permit process going.
In Santa Fe? Or?
Yeah, in Santa Fe. Yeah. Now that we're submitted already, I'm actually going to talk to them about, hey, can we start doing our demo stuff? Just start doing, yeah, because if you do it beforehand, they're a lot nicer about that process. Sure. But yeah, we were wanting to do that because we didn't have
because Hitchcock and
Hitchcock, you figure it's more laid back. No, they're much worse than Santa Fe. Cool. So on the outside one, well, obviously we're going to do sheet or siding repair. So you've got some spots in the front. And then we'll just go around the whole entire thing and get the siding repair done. When we're done, this one actually had pretty good ventilation on it. Probably one of the reasons why there wasn't a lot of problems with the foundation is because...
Is that just T111 on there? Or what is
that's that? All it is, just an old T111.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, we don't have it set to do the whole house, but we're going to repair everything before, and it is in great shape before doing any painting or anything. I mean, you've got bubble areas like this, so my guy will come through and go through the entire area. Any of our soffit that's messed up, we'll take care of that as well. Okay. Got some windows we got to deal with, a few glass, but so we'll do that as we go. And then when we come back in the end, I'll have the guys skirt it a little bit better than it is. I mean, right now it sits up where you can actually see the pylons. I'll get some vertical trim that we put on there that actually makes that look better.
What about that asbestos? Will that stay on there?
Yeah, we don't have it set. If you touch it, then you've got to play the whole game. Yeah, with how they want you to dispose. And it was in such great shape. It's better either to cover over if we have to, or just keep it and don't do anything to it.
You need to use a special paint when you paint the asbestos siding?
Well, it's not the paint that's important, it's when you demo it off the house. So once you take it off the house, now you're allowing these asbestos to get out into it. So they have a very specific process of...
You gotta wrap it.
Yeah, you gotta bag it, you gotta get it wet, you gotta do the things that are gonna make sure that thing is not gonna let the stuff go out into the air.
When the
In most cases, we try our best not to mess with the asbestos if we don't.
But
have
you
to.
ever see
no
it on-
harm if you leave it on, huh? So,
Oh no,
yeah.
it's there. I mean,
Disturbed, that's all.
yeah, it's a disturb issue. It's just like in Houston, they're really tough about it. They
you ever
want.
see inspectors on the inspection, retail pick up a bus that it has asbestos siding?
No,
No.
yeah, you don't usually hear much from them. On that kind of stuff, even like this that we'll repair because it's already down or off of there, then we can actually get this type of siding or siding that has that same type of look.
But it's not asbestos.
But it's not
Cement
asbestos.
board.
I mean, you would think it's almost like a hardy board, similar in the the way that it actually functions and the feel of it, but it's not. Hardy board's just a pressed concrete.
All the windows, I guess, are just need to be cleaned up.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember on this one. I don't think I had it set for us to redo all the windows, but anything that's broken, any glass, a lot of times these panels will look like they're glass and they're not. They're actually plastic panels that people have replaced into them. So we'll get everything back up to where it needs to be. So if you want to know how far back this property goes, let's walk over here. I'll show you. So we're going to have siding repair. We're going to have trim repair. We've got doors that are messed up. Those things will come completely out. We'll put in the new doors. This lot next door is as deep as this lot. So as far back as you can see where there's brown on the ground, this lot does the same thing.
Oh, wow.
If I can get this to pop up while we're here, I'll show you what this thing looks like. So speaking of clearing, the most important thing for us, and we've got, I think about $2,500 in there for us to do clearing, is to get this area looking as nice as possible. We actually looked into doing some underbrushing underneath it. It is so wet back there that it's the amount of money they want to be able to try to clear that thing even a quarter of the way back.
Just mud.
Yeah, and it's really not that much of a need. If you're going to be turning this thing, letting it be whatever the person wants it to be might be a better option than going in there and spending $10,000 or more just to underbrush it and keep some of the good trees. There's not that many great trees. He kind of walked through and he showed me there's a few really big ones that are really nice, but most of it is your yaupons and your underbrush stuff that just needs to go anyway. And obviously we don't want to leave this trash laying here, so money better spent using it to make this area look as nice as possible and out front, and then just making sure our gate closes up out there and it looks as good as it
Will
can.
that have to be replaced?
It's going to need to be repaired for sure. I mean, either we're replacing it as it goes along here, because we got to have some separation from the other guy. The other one on the other side, there's just a few poles that we could probably fix as we go along, but some of this is going to need to go just because of the tree.
Broke.
Yep. So we're gonna deal with that. I mean, if you look at this closely, you can see these guys just put up like a hog panel with stakes coming across it. I want it to be at least a closed off section from our neighbor over there. He does have one, I don't know if you noticed it, he did bring electrical out to this point and brought it up from underground, I'm sure coming probably from the garage area, and then he put it on that post. That's the only thing we've seen so far.
The people that we're gonna, if they would unbrush that, or is it they have one of the machines that just chews up everything as it goes?
Yeah, so he'd actually come in with a mulching type machine, and he'd go through, and I mean, he's got to cut and he's got to pile and then burn.
If it wasn't soft back there, it'd be no problem for him to roll through there and mulch everything.
Oh no, he'd do that. Yeah, that was actually on his thing. He just kept saying the same thing was, first of all, use as much of the dry land as we can, because when we go through that fence, it goes into a bog almost right away. But if he starts getting into the area and mulching, he can throw it into those holes and get it to dry up as much as possible. Yeah.
Are you allowed to burn out here, or do these big things got to?
That was part of what we do, is that as he's going through the mulching, we have to get, and I've already put in for the burn permit through the city, but we would have to get a little burn permit, and they might have their little chief of police or of fire come out here and watch us while we're creating 4 or 5. He even mentioned it, the guy who did the work, he goes, oh yeah, because he's from Santa Fe, and he said, we'll go ahead and get a burn permit. We'll burn 4 or 5 piles out here as we move our way back.
That'd be good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my first flip, so it's interesting to see. Like I've built houses and stuff for myself.
Okay, so you're familiar with this process.
Yes,
then.
but like everything that I would do is like,
yeah,
I'm not thinking of it from an ROI perspective.
No,
You know what I mean, it's like
I came from
in
new
my
home
mind,
building.
I would have already spent $200,000 on.
Oh yeah,
what we're looking at.
No, I came from new home building. So my first 10 years was with David Weekley, and all we did was new homes everywhere.
Yeah.
So when I flipped over to this, it was kind of that same thing. There was all these things in my head of how to build a community and how to put things together, and this is what it should look like. Well, you just can't do it. It's all about how much money can I put back in your pocket and be able to unload them. Yeah, let's go walk inside. So out here is where we really want to make sure we get these trees out of here. Obviously, that have damaged the fence across the front. Make this area look good, get the thing mowed up.
Yeah.
When we get down to it, you know, maybe even doing some type of landscaping at the front of this thing. All right, so let's go in here and take a look at this thing. Demo this thing out, get all this wood flooring. You got several different things going on now. One of the things we could do,
How do you?
we could keep and refinish. I always try to keep and refinish in anything I can. Oh yeah, this right here is you scrape it and then we decide another color to match everything else. The only weird thing about this is usually when I have these rooms, I have several. I have a hallway, I have another one. This one I just have one room.
Really?
So,
This is the only one with the original wood?
we're gonna find out when they pull that back, but it's the only one that I've seen. So I see this going underneath here. I don't know what shape this material is in underneath here. This was the only one that was exposed.
You might take this off in here, and you might have some floor joints
very
rotted,
possible.
or
Yeah, and if they're just a few, if it's nothing big deal, then what we'll do is we'll pull all this wood, we'll repair whatever is not messed up underneath here, and yeah, see this one you can actually see that it was so bad they cut it out and put plywood on it.
This isn't an addition, is it?
No, not on this house, I doubt it.
So this probably ran all the way. They just cut it out.
Oh yeah, they cut it because it probably rotted out in this room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you, like in general, like, because I've walked some, this is the first room that I've done, but I've walked quite a few.
Right.
And they all have this horrible smell, whether it's like pets or dogs or urine or I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
what do you do about that?
So depending upon where it's at, if it's actually in the wall, or if it's just in the floor and in the house and everything else, it goes away when we gut this sucker out. When
Painting helps a
we're gonna retexture, we're gonna repaint. When everything is new, you won't even know. Now, if we go through and it's one of those homes that's so bad because it's all soaked into everything, we treat in order to get rid of it. Yeah.
We also can come in here a few nights a week and put a ozone.
Ozone machine, and that'll take it out too.
Just let it run.
So on this thing, it's a full texture. I mean, we've got ceilings that have swirl on them. So all this thing will go away, or all that stuff will go away, and we'll put a light texture over the whole entire thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it on there that all these doors are going to be gone, because I got smooth.
This one, yeah.
I've got this style, yeah, 2-panel. So all of our flooring will be out of here. We'll see what wood's here and see what can be saved. If I've got wood floor underneath here, I'd love to keep it in a family room.
Yeah.
So we'll just see how all that goes. Yeah, see, it's got plywood there. But from over there, it looks like it's just maybe a piece, so it's hard to tell.
They really, this might.
Yeah.
It's like they just kind of chopped it up and loaded it.
So our bathroom, it's normal stuff's going to happen in all your bedrooms. You're going to get new doors. You're going to get new texture, paint, and everything else. Inside the bathroom here, we'll put a brand new bath, brand new sinks, cabinets, all that stuff. All the cabinets will be demoed out here in the bathrooms here. Now this one.
So this wall is coming up?
Yeah, so we're gonna open the kitchen up into the family. So that door will go away.
Yeah. So you just open it up here and then you put an island here?
Yeah, so we'll most likely open up in here. I've got to figure out layout on it because I've still got to keep the refrigerator.
Yeah.
So I've got to figure out if I'm going to get refrigerator over here and just open everything else up. But we will have an open area looking into the family from here.
Yeah.
And this one we'll see what kind of shape this is in. If it's in good enough shape, I may put it in.
Reuse it.
Yep, in one of the bedrooms. So over here, this bedroom.
Oh, they took all that Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't say something.
We actually want to try to open this thing up and use at least up to about here for this bedroom. So get this bedroom as big as I can, and then put a little.
This will become your master.
Yeah. And then adjust the closet. I've got a closet there that's got to be opened up. This
Is there any way? There's a bathroom.
we'll
on this side,
re-sheetrock.
right?
Yeah. Make it a little bit bigger, readjust the closet here. And then down here, and this is all part of that garage area. So this was open before. Not sure, we haven't planned to keep this, but I'm gonna try to figure out, once I get the layout, I've got to figure out where I can put the refrigerator, still get my dishwasher, all the things I want to get inside there. So I may or may not keep this little pantry. I may put a pantry in or something.
Hey, I can't remember, are we opening this up?
Yeah, we're gonna open that up into the kitchen. And then we're gonna basically close this off. So we're gonna, even though it's only gonna go out to about here, we'll have a door that'll come into here. And then this area, let's go out in here.
No lights. We'll get that power.
Oh, we don't have the power on. Okay. I should have grabbed my flashlight. So what they did back here is they've got the washing room in here, or the utility room. So they got washer and dryer in here, and then they had the water heater set up. Really the biggest plan is, because this thing is set, is just make sure we have a door on it. It's already a laundry room set up. We'll get it nice and cleaned up, demo anything that's old out of here, fix up the sheetrock and everything, and just paint this thing up.
Okay.
It'll get a new water heater. And fix up the sheetrock that needs to be. We're not going to texture, but we are going to float and get everything to look nice in here, and then we'll repaint this whole entire thing.
When did you say you think y'all start on the demo?
Oh, I mean, they're ready to start. He'll probably start tomorrow. Yeah, just start to get.
So you got, like, as far as-
I'm going to just double check to make sure the city's not going to try to shut us back, or not shut us down, but say, hey, wait until you get the permit. Most of the time on demo, as long as they know you're going through the process, they'll let you do it. So I'll talk to them today.
And then the exteriors, the outside, I mean, like the landscape and all that will start probably as soon as it dries a little bit.
Yeah, let it dry up a little bit. He's ready to go to come in and start cutting that stuff up and doing the burns. I'll wait till I get the burn permit before we actually do any of that. But if they're good and they let us start doing, the demo stuff, then we'll do it immediately.
I would be ripping out this fence all around the perimeter and get these trees out, you know what I mean? But man, that would cost a ton to do that.
Well, and to be honest with you, the first thing and it's only because of how I look at the front of the properties and the chain link fence, I'd take it off the front. It's already damaged to begin with. I certainly wouldn't pay to fix the front area. I would just say, let's just take it off. Let the sides be there where they're repaired. If we can do a little repair and we need to, fine. But to me, it's more inviting when you go by a property, especially.
It doesn't serve your purpose because you don't have a gate on the
No,
driveway, so
exactly. It's just there because it was there for the last 10 buyers. That's how that works.
The place we got the backdrop when we